this episode of Trying Something New, we are definitely going to try something new and show you behind the scenes on how we shoot one of our vlogs.
All right, another really cool element that we like to add to our videos is this thing called the suction cup mount. And what we do is we just put it right here and we push that button and mount it in there, and then we get it on us. And as we get in the car, we hit record, and then when we get in the car, it shows all of us getting in. And there's another really cool function that it has called time warp. And what we do is we just hit record, and it's a moving time lapse, and it's a great way to show a transition from one place to another.
All right, now we're off to Sombrero Beach. Let's go.
Wait, but I didn't even get. You're in the back.
All right, does anybody else have these issues with their kids on where they're sitting in the car every single time you get in the car? So we have them do rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses gets the bag for 1 whole week, so we never have to follow this again. So a cool element that we love doing in our videos is something as simple as setting down the tripod and getting the car pulling in. So those super cinematic shots that you don't typically see, but add a little extra oomph to your videos. So let's set it up. Don't forget to press record. All right, looks good. Let's go get our shot. Oh, we need kids to get back in the car.
Back in the car, guys.
No.
All right, that was it. So yes, these shots add a little bit more time into what you're doing, but look at how cool that was. Come on, it's so worth it.
All right, so something else that we like to do here is I'll take one of my GoPros and I'll set it down and I'll get a shot of us walking in. So let's try that right now. Don't forget, you always got to come back and grab your camera. My voice is a little wacky today, but something that we try to do in every one of our vlogs is educate, inspire, and entertain. And so when we go into our vlogs, we already know this, and this is called finding your voice. And once you find your voice, all your decisions are made upon that. So really think about that, take the time to find out what your voice is when you're making your videos, and then make sure you include those elements in your videos.
All right, so one of the most important things for us when we're making our videos, making our vlogs, is there has to be a story. There has to be a point to the video. So there has to be a beginning, middle, and an end. And most importantly, you have to have some sort of an intro or hook to make people want to watch the rest of your video.
All right, so as we all know, new GoPros come out every year. So I'm shooting on the 10 right now. This is the 8, an older GoPro from 2 years ago. So a lot of people don't know what to do with their GoPros, but I have a great thing that I love to do with my GoPros, the older ones. As soon as we get somewhere, I just set up a time lapse and let this thing run. The battery will run for about 2 hours. So set up your time lapse, let it run, and get some cool stuff going by with the clouds, and it makes a really good scene and adds a lot of depth and dimension to your videos. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So we just got to the beach here. The kids found a hole, jumped in it, and want to be buried right away.
Bury us.
Right?
Bury us.
We spent the last 5 years traveling the world using a GoPro for most of our videos, and we just created a course teaching you how you can do it too. Check it out in the description down below.
So we have a saying called shooting in threes, and what that means is we shoot wide, medium, and tight. And a lot of times when we first pull up at a scene or go to a new location, we get a little lost in the very beginning. We don't know what to film. So we have to take a minute and say, hey, we shoot in threes. 1, 2, 3, we shoot in threes, wide, medium, and tight. So let's run around here and get 5 to 10 wide, medium, and tight shots, and then we have a great B-roll sequence to build, establishing the location when we show up.
We should do a 24-hour challenge on who can last the longest in the sand pit. They might kick us out though, so we might have to put like a trash bucket of, over our head so they don't kick us out.
So when we talk about having a hook, there has to be something in the beginning of your video that either gives people an idea of what your video is about, something, or you give a little sneak peek into, say when Jimmy crashed the drone into my fingers, we showed that first, and it makes people go, oh, I gotta see what happened there. What did Jimmy do to Sandy again?
No, just don't reach, I'm coming to you.
Ow! Are you okay, boy? Are you okay?
All right, So here we're doing a little B-roll sequence of the kids running into the ocean because now the sun came out and we've been delivered. We have sunlight. So the thing is, we might only have sunlight for about 10 or 15 minutes because there's a lot of clouds out here. So we gotta work quick while we got it to get the shots that we need to get. Let's go. My battery just died, so now we gotta take a second to switch that out.
Now I have to say something, is that Jimmy's batteries die all the time. We could go out on a shoot and then the battery dies. I'm like, babe, didn't you check that before we left?
So I'm shooting at 5.3K with the GoPro, 60 frames a second, so it eats through your battery really quick. So that's why it's important to have a travel bag with you and make sure that you always have extra batteries so that you can switch out really quick on the go. It's really important not to get any sand on anything in here. All right, something else really cool that these cameras can do is epic slow-mo. So if you want to do slow-mo, you have to make the decision ahead of time and you have to switch to 60 or 120 frames a second. You can't do 240 on this camera here, but let's see what it looks like when we put the sun at our back and have Sandy stand in the foreground and splash some water at us. How's the water feel in January?
Well, it's not bad. It could be warmer, but I'm a wimp, so it's probably not that bad at all. The girls are in all the way and not complaining, so it's just me.
So one thing that I like to do is add a lot of elements to our videos, and some things that you can do to add elements to your videos are time lapse and time warp. And time warp is a moving time lapse, and GoPro does a great job at doing this, so let's check out what a time warp looks like. Here on GoPro called Real Speed, and what that does is it stops your time warp and allows you to talk in the middle of it, which is pretty cool, and then you can go right back to doing your time warp. So let's see if we can make it happen. About as far as we can go. We're running out of road here.
This is like the best sunset. We thought there was gonna be none because of the clouds. If this is your first time to our channel, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hey!
Another thing that we love about these GoPros is the built-in stabilizer. I'm running down the beach right now. Does it look like it? Not really. It's amazing. You can't get this with any other camera. All right, Sky wants to take a picture of us. Let's see if we can make it happen.
A lot of people think you need a big fancy camera to make YouTube videos, but you do not, because we're shooting this entire video with just a GoPro. All right, well that was just a sneak peek into all the behind the scenes of how we shoot our videos, but we are about to catch this gorgeous sunset. So remember, whatever you do, get out there and
try something new. All right, guys. My
Turn
voice
around,
is just,
let's see it.
My voice is destroyed right now. Otherwise, I'd be talking a lot more. But
the kids got sick and gave Jimmy a little bug.
So this sunset is amazing.
Oh.
All right, I know we ended the video, but I just wanted to do one more test here in low light. There's no sun out here at all. We got a little bit of light from the sun going beyond the horizon. But what do you guys think? Is GoPro as bad as you remember in the low light? The 10 is absolutely amazing. I love this camera. All right, what's up?
All right, well that was a lot of sandy fun.
Oh my God, there's people under that.
I'm gonna break out from society.